Welcome to Arena Archives, the home of football's greatest stadium stories. We take you inside the world's most iconic arenas, uncovering their history, legendary matches, and the passion that makes them unforgettable. Today, we dive into the heart of Argentine football, the Estadio Monumental. Argentina is a land of footballing passion, and nowhere is this more evident than at Estadio Monumental in Buenos Aires. Home to River Plate, one of South America's most successful clubs, this historic stadium has been the stage for unforgettable moments in world football. From hosting the FIFA World Cup final in 1978 to being the beating heart of Argentine club football, Estadio Monumental is more than just a stadium. It's a fortress of history, emotion, and prestige. Located in the Núñez district of Buenos Aires, it stands as the largest stadium in Argentina and one of the most iconic in Latin America. Whether it's the roaring atmosphere of a Superclásico against Boca Juniors or the echoes of past international triumphs, this stadium is a living museum of the sport. The story of Estadio Monumental began in the 1930s when River Plate sought a grander home to match their rising ambitions. At the time, the club was already growing into one of Argentina's dominant forces, and their previous stadium, Alvear y Tegel, was proving too small for their ever-growing fan base. The vision was clear. River Plate needed a stadium that reflected their newfound status. After purchasing land in Núñez, construction began in 1936, and just 2 years later, on May 26, 1938, the stadium was inaugurated with a friendly match against Peñarol of Uruguay. From its very first day, Estadio Monumental was destined to be a coliseum of footballing greatness. Over the decades, it has undergone multiple renovations and expansions, solidifying its reputation as Argentina's premier football venue. But its significance extends beyond River Plate. It has hosted legendary international matches, unforgettable concerts, and some of South American history's most thrilling football moments. However, the construction of the stadium was no easy feat. The economic challenges of the 1930s meant River Plate had to take out significant loans, even receiving financial assistance from fans and club members to fund the project. Designed by architects José Aslan and Héctor Escura, the stadium's initial horseshoe shape was a result of limited funds, with the north stand left incomplete. It wasn't until 1958 that the missing section was finally built, closing the loop and giving Monumental its now iconic oval shape. Despite these obstacles, River Plate's relentless ambition ensured that the stadium would stand as the ultimate symbol of their dominance in Argentine football. Today, its towering presence and electrifying atmosphere make it one of the most revered stadiums in world football. By the late 20th century, Estadio Monumental had already cemented itself as Argentina's footballing fortress, but the club's ambitions and the needs of its passionate supporters demanded further expansion and modernization. River Plate's continued domestic and international success brought larger crowds, and the stadium had to evolve to meet modern standards. The first major expansion came in 1958 when River Plate finally completed the north stand, closing the open-ended horseshoe shape and giving Monumental its signature oval design. This development increased the stadium's capacity significantly, ensuring that it remained the largest football venue in Argentina. The improvements didn't stop there. In 1978, Argentina was set to host its first FIFA World Cup, and Estadio Monumental was chosen as the centerpiece venue, hosting the final. To prepare for the global spectacle, the stadium underwent significant upgrades, including improved lighting, new press facilities, and enhanced seating arrangements. These renovations were crucial in transforming the stadium into a world-class venue, befitting its role as the battleground where Argentina would lift its first-ever World Cup trophy. In the decades that followed, further updates were made to maintain Monumental's status as a top-tier stadium. The 1980s and 1990s saw improvements to the club facilities, VIP areas, and general infrastructure, ensuring the stadium could continue to host major international matches. However, as football evolved, so did the demands on stadiums, and by the early 21st century, discussions about modernizing Estadio Monumental became more pressing. River Plate sought to enhance the fan experience while preserving the intimidating atmosphere that made the stadium legendary. In 2020, River Plate embarked on one of the most ambitious renovation projects in the stadium's history. The club opted to remove the athletics track that had surrounded the pitch since its construction, bringing the stands closer to the action and intensifying the experience for both players and fans. This renovation also included an increase in capacity, new lower-tier seating, and upgraded facilities to align Monumental with the standards of Europe's elite stadiums. These changes reinforced the stadium's place as the ultimate home of Argentine football, ensuring that it remained a fortress for River Plate and a premier destination for international competitions. No discussion of Estadio Monumental is complete without revisiting its defining moment, the 1978 FIFA World Cup final. This was more than just a football match. It was a historic and deeply emotional event for Argentina. The nation had never won the World Cup before, and the final against the Netherlands was their chance to make history on home soil. With over 71,000 fans packed inside the stadium, the atmosphere was electric, filled with national pride and an unrelenting belief that Argentina's moment had arrived. The match itself was a tense, hard-fought battle. Argentina took the lead through Mario Kempes, but the Netherlands equalized late in the game, forcing extra time. That's when Kempes, the tournament's top scorer, delivered again, scoring his second goal before Daniel Bertoni sealed the victory with a third. The final whistle sparked an eruption of emotion. Argentina was world champions for the first time, and Monumental had become the site of the country's greatest football triumph. The images of Kempes draped in the national flag, surrounded by jubilant teammates, remain some of the most iconic in World Cup history. Beyond the World Cup, Estadio Monumental has played host to countless historic matches across different competitions. As the home of River Plate, it has been the battleground for some of the most intense and unforgettable moments in South American club football. The Superclásico against Boca Juniors, widely regarded as one of the fiercest rivalries in the world, is played here at least once every season, creating an atmosphere unlike anything else in the sport. Matches between these two giants have produced dramatic finishes, controversial moments, and unforgettable goals, making Monumental the beating heart of Argentine club football. The stadium has also been a fortress for Argentina's national team. Over the years, it has witnessed some of the greatest players in football history don the albiceleste jersey. From Diego Maradona's mesmerizing performances to Lionel Messi's unforgettable hat trick against Ecuador in 2017, which secured Argentina's qualification for the 2018 World Cup. Time and again, Monumental has proven to be more than just a stadium. It is the spiritual home of Argentine football, a place where history is written, legends are born, and unforgettable moments unfold. Few rivalries in world football compare to the intensity of the Superclásico between River Plate and Boca Juniors. The clash between Argentina's two biggest clubs is more than just a football match. It's a battle of identities, histories, and social divides. And at the heart of this war stands Estadio Monumental, serving as River Plate's fortress whenever Boca comes to visit. The Superclásico is infamous for its raw emotion, explosive atmospheres, and high-stakes drama. The stadium's steep stands, packed with over 80,000 passionate fans, create an intimidating environment for visiting teams, making it one of the most hostile away fixtures in world football. Flares, banners, deafening chants, and even moments of chaos define the experience. Matches at Monumental have delivered unforgettable moments, like River's 5-4 win in 1972, or the infamous 1994 clash where Enzo Franciscoli led River to a crucial victory. One of the most defining Superclásicos in Monumental's history came in 2014, when River eliminated Boca in the Copa Sudamericana semifinals, en route to their first international title under Marcelo Gallardo. It marked the beginning of a golden era for the club, where they would dominate Boca in continental competitions. However, the most significant moment in this rivalry happened not at Monumental, but in the 2018 Copa Libertadores final, initially scheduled at River's home. After an attack on Boca's team bus outside the stadium, the match was controversially moved to Madrid, one of the most debated decisions in South American football history. Beyond the Superclásico, River Plate has established itself as one of South America's most successful clubs. The The Monumental has witnessed multiple Copa Libertadores victories, including the emotional 2015 final against Tigres and the historic 1996 triumph with Enzo Franciscoli leading the charge. These moments have solidified River's legacy as a giant of world football, with Monumental playing a central role in their triumphs. Estadio Monumental has been graced by some of football's greatest players, many of whom built their legacies wearing the famous River Plate jersey or representing Argentina on this sacred pitch. Legends such as Alfredo Di Stefano, Daniel Passarella, Enzo Franciscoli, Ariel Ortega, and Juan Pablo Angel have all left their mark at Monumental. But perhaps no one is as beloved as Norberto Beto Alonso, who famously scored a brace against Boca in 1986, including an iconic goal with a white ball in a rainstorm, a moment immortalized in River's history. Beyond club football, Diego Maradona played some of his finest matches here, dazzling fans with his magic in an Argentina shirt. Years later, Lionel Messi would take center stage, delivering one of his most memorable performances in 2012, scoring a brilliant goal against Brazil in a 4-3 friendly win. The stadium has also hosted historic international fixtures, including World Cup qualifiers that have seen Argentina secure their spot on the global stage time and time again. But not all moments have been joyous. Monumental has seen heartbreak, like Argentina's shocking 0-5 defeat to Colombia in 1993, which forced them into a rare playoff to qualify for the World Cup. The stadium has also witnessed painful moments for River Plate, including the club's first-ever relegation in 2011, a dark chapter in their history. However, true to its legendary status, the club would rise again, using Monumental as the launching pad for its remarkable return to dominance. Over the decades, Estadio Monumental has become more than just a venue. It has become the stage where footballing history is written, where legends are made, and where moments of pure ecstasy or heartbreak unfold before tens of thousands of passionate supporters. As football evolves, so too must its most iconic stadiums. Recognizing the need for modernization, River Plate embarked on a massive renovation project in 2020, aimed at preserving Monumental's status as one of South America's premier venues. The athletics track that once distanced fans from the pitch was removed, bringing the stands closer to the action, creating an atmosphere more akin to Europe's most famous stadiums. The capacity was expanded to over 83,000, making it the largest stadium in South America once again. These renovations also included new lower-tier seating, improved facilities, and state-of-the-art technology upgrades to enhance the fan experience. Additionally, River Plate introduced new VIP areas and modernized their dressing rooms to match world-class standards. With these updates, Monumental is now fully equipped to host major international tournaments, ensuring that it remains Argentina's primary stadium for decades to come. Monumental's legacy extends far beyond the River Plate. It remains the spiritual home of Argentine football, a place where generations of fans have celebrated triumphs and endured heartbreaks. From the 1978 World Cup glory to River Plate's Copa Libertadores dominance, from Maradona's magic to Messi's brilliance, this stadium has witnessed it all. For football lovers, a visit to Monumental is a pilgrimage. It's not just a stadium. It's a living, breathing testament to Argentina's deep-rooted passion for the beautiful game. If you're ever in Buenos Aires, experiencing a match here is a must. The energy, the history, the sheer magnitude of the occasion. It's something that every football fan should witness at least once. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the world's most iconic stadiums, don't forget to like, share, and recommend this video to fellow football lovers. Your support helps us bring more legendary football stories to life.